Okay. Hello. It is. Sorry, Michael. You have to.
No.
You have to sit up.
It's fine.
No, you have to come in.
I'm right here.
The people want to see you, Michael.
Get in there.
Yeah,
I'm in
like
here. I'm in here.
Over.
I'm in here.
Yeah, like that. That's good. I know. Tease. Like,
told
what
you-
about
I
me?
told you. Come here.
Come on, buddy.
Come here, Tracy.
Come here.
Hello, everyone. It is a fun and busy house today. It is Saturday.
January 20. Nope.
Not the
6th.
20th.
13th.
It is the 13th.
It is January 13th, and we're hanging out in Bethlehem, PA, where my best friend Jenna and her fiance, Rob, has come to visit. They brought us New Jersey bagels this morning, which was delicious. They brought baby T, who might make an appearance.
Come on over, dog.
Come on,
Come
baby
here.
girl. Oh,
Here
there
she
she
is.
is. Oh, she's like, I'll come when I'm ready.
Okay.
And they have come to visit for something very exciting today. They are so excited. I am excited just to be along on the ride and witness the excitement in all of the faces when we go on the Bethlehem Soup Saunter of 2024.
Ooh, yeah.
This is not a thing we've made up. That is a question we've all been asked separately. This is an actual event where we will be getting a passport and touring different restaurant shops. I don't know who's going to be participating in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and enjoying 13? Like a lot of soup, right?
So much
Did it
soup.
say
It's
how
that much
many
soup?
different? It's that many.
I got nothing. I don't know.
It's a lot of. It was in the double digits
Fantastic.
of soup.
That is great news.
And they've never been to Bethlehem, so we're gonna take them around and eat all of the soup, try all the things, come take care of baby T, and then do some of our favorite Bethlehem things
No soup
Yeah.
for you.
while they're here
sweetie.
for the day.
Yeah.
No soup for tea.
No soup for you, sweetie.
No soup for you.
It's okay.
So we will bring you along with us and see what our favorite soup is. We're definitely gonna have to rate these soups and see who's the reigning soup champion of Bethlehem.
That's what you got to do.
I wonder if we'll all have the same, like, this was the best soup,
I have
or
a
if it's
feeling-
going to be really, like, individual preference. That's like, no way.
I have a feeling there will be
Soup.
4 different favorites.
4 different favorites.
I think there'll be overlap.
This is, I don't know. I hope there's, we'll see.
What
I
do you
don't know
think,
what
T?
there's going to be.
Tracy, how many?
She's just upset. She's like, I can't believe you're talking about soup in front of me right now.
He's like, can you leave so I can take a nap?
Okay, we're going to leave soon. And we will bring you along with us. It's so sunny. We're sauntering.
We're sponsoring.
We're sauntering. We're technically not yet. We're still trudging. But there are lots of people here for this saunter.
Oh, yeah.
We saw some
They're coming out in droves.
Michael is using words he doesn't know how to use. Okay.
Make sure to keep these with you. You'll need them at every stop in order to get your soup. You can take some maps as well, 1 spoon pen each, and some naps.
What were your thoughts?
It was a delicious soup. Started off with a andouille corn chowder. I mean, phenomenal. Very hearty soup for a cold day.
Yeah,
Windy.
this is actually
This
like exactly what I needed
They
for
started.
this day.
They started off on the right foot, I would say.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Edge restaurant.
Okay, agree. Rob, Jenna, what do we think?
Shout out to the Edge. Huge fan. Huge fan. Mm-hmm. Really lovely.
Coming back here.
I really like the corn. I like a little
That was nice.
corn bite.
I'm gonna give it a love and a gimme more. I think it's between the two. Well, no, I'm gonna
You
decide
could do whatever you want.
later. Yeah, no one needs to tell me how to do this soup.
I think I would also. Could you give me a love?
Give you a little
That
bit.
might get bumped up depending on the next things because
I started with a like. I don't want to go too.
yeah, you don't want to come out of the gate with a 10.
My 10 is not.
Oh no, faulty pens. But
This first little go.
Show them the pen. Show them the pen.
Oh.
It is a soup pen. It is a soup on top, pen on bottom. We are never getting rid of that. Oh, this got dirt. So we just had a pumpkin parsnip puree soup situation. Michael, step in a little so the people can see you. Yeah, right in the frame. Okay. So what do we think? It was like a cinnamon but also curry.
It was good. A little
Situation.
spice to it.
I gave it a love.
You loved it.
Loved
I loved it.
More or less
I
than
went like with it.
your
I went like.
andouille
I went
sausage?
like.
Yeah.
A little less?
I knew this was gonna happen.
Oh,
love
more?
Them all.
I love them all.
Fan of soup.
Okay.
What are we doing?
And you liked it?
I went like, so I've gone 2 likes in a row.
Okay.
I deserve to change my mind.
I'm gonna go like also. I don't like curry, but it wasn't like so curry forward, so I could do it.
Curry was very background.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like still good and just like warm,
Warm.
which makes
It was
sense
warm.
with like
Yep.
the pumpkin.
It was warm.
Okay,
Nice.
so now we're
I will
off.
say
Oh,
the shot of the cherry
oh,
that tastes like cough syrup.
oh, it was bad. Well, I mean, what did you think Martha Washington's cherry drink was gonna taste
You
like?
got a good point. I set myself up.
Robitussin. That was.
That is why George Washington chopped down the tree. He's like,
Also
this
why
drink
he
is
had-
bad. She's got to stop making this.
Also, why he had no teeth.
Michael, talk to us. We just had a shanugari. What is it called? Shanagari. That was
That
close.
was closer.
Don't make that face. I was close.
I guess it was ballpark.
Shanagari butternut squash soup, a little more coconut milk, curry spices, pumpkin seeds on top. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it.
I think better than the pumpkin one that I just
Oh,
had.
okay.
The parsnip one?
Yeah. The pumpkin parsnip one.
You like this one more?
Yeah, had
Okay.
a good mixture of flavors.
Okay.
This is my favorite soup so far. I
Wow.
thought the texture, I thought the addition of the pumpkin seed was really nice.
I did like the pumpkin seed. He was right. He said
right.
that
He said it was going to enhance.
it did
and
enhance.
certainly
It definitely did.
The coconut milk that was added went very well with the Indian spices. That were also in it. I think
Yeah.
This one knocked it out of the park.
Fantastic fusion of flavor.
I will say, I was even a little shocked. It was not my palate, like not what I love or go to, but I didn't think it was bad. I gave it a 5.5.
On to the next one.
On to the next.
On to the next.
Gave it a love.
We just went to Urbano and had some chili, and you love chili, so you gave it a love?
Gave it a love.
That was a lovely chili.
A lovely chili?
It was lovely.
I gave it a like.
A
I
like?
liked it.
I mean,
it.
to be fair, chili, I feel like if you like chili, chili is good, but like, it's chili. It's like a hamburger, you know, it's like good, but is it going to be the best
And
thing
two
you ever
beans.
have?
And 2 beans.
Yep.
2 bean chili.
Uh-huh.
Beans with some beef in there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was a chili.
I'm not a huge chili fan, but I thought it was fun.
So you give it like?
I give it a... I don't know. I give it like an in-between like and love. I'm going to give it a 6.0. About the ginger, what was it?
Pork ginger.
Pork consomme ginger soup.
I thought it was fantastic. It had incredible umami.
It did.
Damn.
I really liked
It
it.
was lovely.
It was good. It was very good. Ginger forward, like salty with the pork.
I
Yeah.
gotta say,
Salty pork was just.
I think it was my second highest rating today.
I gotta say,
It
give me
tied
more.
my top.
Give me more.
more.
That was good.
I've yet to mark the Give Me More box. I'm gonna
You're
come
waiting
back
for
to,
it?
like, mess with them.
Oh.
But I like two of them. The first one and this one are my favorite.
Yeah,
I also
same.
think they got a bump because they're in the brewery with us. So they got a little Homer action there for them. So.
I would argue that there is no hometown favorite there because that was actually very good.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
There we go.
Shout out.
Okay, next we are going to the jewelers, and we cannot wait to see.
I was like, look at me.
We cannot wait
Being
to
a
see.
hometown kid.
Okay, we just had a ham and lentil soup.
It was fine.
It was fine.
It was fun.
It was nothing.
Very average.
Yes, very average. Nothing spectacular about it.
It was a nice soup.
It wasn't bad. Which is, that's how I feel like the carrot soup is. It wasn't bad, but like when you're on a soup saunter,
I got
pair it
no
up
ham
against
in
the
mine,
others.
But the ham that was in yours was nice.
Yeah.
Essence of ham.
I also, lentil soup is one of the only soups I regularly make, so I feel like I'm just going to be partial to our recipe, but it was fun.
It's tough to go against the soup that we just had.
Yeah.
It's true.
With all that flavor.
Yes.
To come to
That
this.
To
was
this.
complex. That was a
Yes.
complex
Yes.
soup. That was
Yes.
a complex concept.
Yes.
In
Hard
normally that would be a
comparison.
good soup.
Yes.
Today it was a bit of a disappointment.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Wow, you're right.
We just left 515 Main
Yep.
and had a lasagna soup with little fresh ragut on top.
Yes.
It was delicious.
Crowd pleaser.
They came here
Crowd
to
pleaser.
win.
They came here to
Crowd
win.
pleaser for sure.
This is my new, no, it wasn't my second. This is my solid third.
That is my number 3.
I had a Andouille chowder still holds one. Was it just because it was the first? I don't know.
It was flavorful. They knew what they were
Then
doing.
the
right out
consomme,
gate.
then
It's cold,
this.
you walk into
And
some
they're like neck
delicious
and neck.
chowder. Yeah.
This is good.
This is in the top 3.
Yeah.
Definitely
This is
top
top
3.
3.
Real contender. They came to win.
All
Loved
right.
it.
Let's go.
Great
Okay.
1-5-1-5 man.
Okay, we just had a delicious Dominican soup from Casa del Mofongo.
And wow.
What do we think?
It did not disappoint me.
Did
There were
not
so many
disappoint.
things. What did they say? Did they say
Pork, chicken, and beef,
Beans, many kinds of beans.
and maybe beans,
plantains?
plantains, Dominican
It
vegetables.
was
I mean-
a Dominican bowl of goodness.
Yeah.
It was delicious. Depth of
Hard.
flavor,
Yeah, it was
delicious.
Easily top 2.
Oh, top 2. It's solidly top 4 for me.
Soup for the
This just took place number 3.
Oh, did
It
it?
did.
Over lasagna?
Yeah, bumped lasagna down to 4. I
Oh.
didn't think it was gonna be possible.
This
but
is
they
my
did.
top 4. I just haven't like narrowed that much
No.
down. No.
I-
You love them all.
I love them all. Love them all.
Okay.
Loving these soups.
All right.
Sounds good.
Let's go.
On
Let's
to the
go.
next
The
one.
next, Franklin Hill.
So start with
Let's
the vineyard.
start with the vineyard.
Start with some chicken tomato beef.
Yes.
It was a hearty. I don't even know.
Like it would go in a bread bowl. It felt
I thought
like
it was
warm.
a lovely soup.
Yeah.
It was a lovely soup.
With like a nice baguette.
I've never
Yeah.
had tomato
A
soup
lovely
with chicken in
baguette.
it.
Yeah.
That was a welcome addition.
Yeah.
That changed my perspective on tomato soup.
I agree.
Yep.
I
thought it was a
agree.
great soup.
And they also gave us wine, so like
That was, you know,
points
shout out
for
to-
them.
Paired very well as well.
Then over to Fegley's
Hold on,
Brewworks.
you're not gonna be able to hear over that.
Fegley's Brewworks. For a
Sausage, pepper. I think they actually said in the name creamy sausage and pepper soup,
Yeah, they did. And
which
it's just-
I don't agree with.
I didn't love it.
I gotta be honest.
We also got the bottom. we also got the bottom
Lowest of the day?
But like,
But
yeah,
this-
not the lowest.
But this was my least favorite soup of the day.
Yeah. Oh, really? Over
Worse
like
than the
ham
other
and
ham and lentil?
Yeah, I would rate this lower than the ham and lentil.
I rated the same. They were not. It
Yeah, nothing.
it was
They
a
were
fine
fine
sausage
soup.
and peppers, but not soup for me.
I give this slightly above average.
Okay. Okay. On. Oh no! Oh my Yeah, a little. I did.
So I'm gonna have to go back.
You have to be a
and-
little louder.
I'm gonna have to go back and move some things around. There's definitely. I haven't given any gimme mores yet because I was worried.
Wow.
I was worried that I was gonna jump the gun on the gimme more.
But you didn't.
But now I'm gonna have to go back.
Now
and
you're
rework.
ready?
This is one of the gimme mores.
Oh, so we're at Twisted Olive. They had a loaded baked potato soup, and they said they have won so many times they don't even keep count.
I gotta be honest. They were a little cocky.
They were cocky.
They were a little
Yeah.
cocky.
They
need
were
to dial
showing
it
the
back.
spoon.
I appreciated it, but
It was a good. I loved it.
It was.
It was a good potato soup.
I don't think for how cocky they were that the soup matched up.
Honestly, did they make the soup like less good because you were expecting something bigger?
yeah, someone to blow my socks off, and I was like, oh,
It's potato soup. I don't know. I really liked it, to be fair.
Know that somebody before them did a potato soup.
That's what I'm saying. I think they know that their score, this is 10 times better than the other potato soup, and I think they know they're gonna get some points from that. Plus, it's classic potato soup. Yeah, crowd pleaser.
Overall, very good soup, well above average.
Nice mouthfeel.
Excellent.
Excellent mouthfeel. A bit
Solid
toothsome.
Okay, last stop.
I had to.
Okay, last but not least,
Steak and steel hibachi.
steak and steel hibachi.
What a place.
Does anyone remember what it was called?
It was a tom
There's a
yum
tom
soup.
yum soup.
Tom yum soup with shrimp and
Chicken.
chicken,
Bell peppers.
Yep.
bell peppers,
Lemongrass.
lemongrass, kefir,
It was
Coconut milk.
coconut milk.
It was fantastic.
one
It was
of
a
two highly anticipated soups.
Wow.
And they both lived up to the
I
expectations.
this might be
Number
the
one?
lasagna.
This is a close
Number
Ooh, I
Started
think
strong, we ended strong.
so. I didn't eat it because I don't eat seafood, but I could see how the lasagna is more of a crowd piece, like wider range of people might like it. But this seemed like a more flavorful,
Yes.
delicious
Flavor was
soup.
on point. The spice level was perfect. No notes.
No
Can't-
notes.
got
Wow.
nothing for
Fantastic
this.
soup.
Wow, Michael, no notes.
No, no.
Is it your number one?
No.
No.
Wow.
He has some rearranging to do.
The first one.
First one, I really did like that one.
Wow. I mean, I feel like the hard part about the first one, it had some primacy. Like, it was the first one, so we were comparing things to it. But now it's also been the farthest away. So, like,
Still talking about
are we still knocking? Are we like knocking it down? Because we're like, this one was so good, but we loved the first
That
one.
was my best. That was the best.
Wow. Okay.
I'm voting.
Oh, he's voting right
Ready to-
now.
I'm ready to vote.
Oh. Like not. Oh, we started this. Someone,
Okay, I gotta
someone
sit
made a signal to start this filming. It like wave starts, or like if you do a V or
I
a
did
wave,
it.
it
I was-
starts. You did it?
I might have.
How did you do it?
Well, I didn't mean to. I saw the camera and I went.
Oh yeah, you did start it.
Congrats, you did it.
I love it.
Hello, welcome. Here we are.
Hello.
We're back. We are
We've souped.
full of soup.
We've sauntered.
We sauntered.
We did something.
We sauntered. We are full of soup. It was a lovely, lovely time.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised with Soup Saunter 2024.
Starting the new year off right.
I was going to say, was there an annual? When we went, I think at least 2 people said, is this your first time doing it? Or did you do this last year? So I'm assuming this is something people come back to year after year. And I can understand why.
Yeah.
Plan on coming back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jen and Rob are like, we will be here next time, whether you're there or not.
We will live on the Soup Saunter Trail.
The Soup Saunter Trail was good.
Yeah.
There
So,
are plenty of restaurants that I would try on the
Yeah.
Soup Saunter Trail.
so let's talk like a little, like generally, like there. This. I thought it was a bug. It's a fuzz.
Do you edit this?
No.
A little.
That'll be it.
Fair enough.
We'd like to be real on this channel. We're not curating perfection.
Totally.
Let's talk a little bit about like generally what it was, and then run through.
Generally, what it was, and
I'll tell you what, the vibes on the trail, fantastic vibes.
Good vibes. Everybody
vibes.
was thrilled.
Fantastic.
Everyone.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing too. I thought it wasn't going to be that many people. There were like, we were leaving one, and the same people who were like leaving the place before us were leaving, and we were going in, and like you saw the same
I saw
people.
the people on our time.
There was a lot of people actually doing it. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
That was not what I expected at all.
No. But it also wasn't crowded. I didn't feel overwhelmed. So there were 4 time slots, right? 3 or 4, a few time slots. We were in the second time slot. They sold out. And you see this morning, they were like, we're sold out of every time slot, which is cool.
Good for the Soup
And I don't know how many people there were in each time slot, but I feel like you bought tickets and then you had a time slot and you had an hour
You had an hour to show up.
to like check in and show up, which is a good idea because I think like that helped not everyone show up at once.
And it was smart to go at like 1:15.
Yeah, we were not on time, shocker. Everyone on this channel is like, your lack of caring about time is so stressful. But it worked out well in our favor.
I understand your followers.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, I
like,
understand that.
how could you say you need to leave the house in 4 minutes and then start doing something else? instead of just leaving. And I'm like, but I had 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's just my life.
But I think it didn't feel crowded. It didn't feel overwhelming. Like, even when we were inside, I feel like
The only one that felt crowded was Tapas.
I was gonna say,
Where
and
it
that's
was,
just
like, in that
because we
corner,
were
and it
We
was
have
like
in
so
line.
much to say.
They just put their soup distribution in the wrong spot.
Yeah,
really
it was.
was, yeah.
There wasn't a good spot for them.
Do you add like little like things at the bottom?
Uh huh.
Can you like put under Rob's like soup expert?
No. Aficionado.
So we
yes.
need to know your training.
Soup
I can't
fella.
just like
He's had a lot of soups.
years of his soup.
He's had years of soup experience.
Many soups.
This is life experience.
Decades of soup experience.
Training on the street. Real life experience.
Your boots on the ground.
Yeah.
School hard knocks.
We're
As
no
by
ivory
far-
tower soup.
As by far the eldest member at this table, by far, I have quite a bit of soup experience over these youngsters sitting at this table.
So we had interesting experiences though going in. Jenna knew that you were going to like every soup.
Yeah.
We knew she would be the Paula. That was like, this is lovely to every single one. I thought honestly there'd be probably half of them that I didn't even try because of things I don't eat. So I was pleasantly surprised by how many things I ate. I think you knew that you would like everything, but maybe
Yeah, I like
be
soup in general.
like generally like
I
critical or
thought there was gonna be like the soups that are like squash based and stuff like that. I normally don't want. That's just me personally. Not a big fan of them.
yeah, you don't
But
like
the
what
ones
bananas
that
are.
Breaking news.
But the ones that I tried, they were good. Like the one at McCarthy's, that was really good.
That was really good.
The one at the Sun Inn, the pumpkin one, that was really good. I like that they had like I feel like I always see those and I'm thinking it's just gonna be that vegetable note. They aren't gonna have the spices. They pack these
variety
things
of
with
flavors.
Yeah.
I feel like the cool thing about this Saunter too was like it was just a sample. Like taste things that even though you might not normally like them, like try it and see how you feel. And I feel like all of us had feel like, oh, I was surprised by this one in a good or a bad way.
I would say the only one that I would go so far as to say I did not enjoy was that sausage, peppers, and onions.
Yeah, there was
It
only
was-
one.
It was sausage and peppers. It was
Right,
sausage.
sorry.
It was no.
You're right.
No. I'm
It
just
was
saying,
not
like,
soup.
it was. Yeah, it was not soup. It was
It's like
sausage
milk.
and peppers. Yeah,
And, like,
exactly.
spicy
Yeah,
milk.
that was
Creamy.
that was
weird.
weird.
So there were 14 places. Generally, it was like a 3-block radius. It wasn't very far. It was like mostly on Main Street, 1 block over.
We did
It
get our
was a good-
10,000 steps today.
It was a
Really?
good saunter.
Whoa.
Oh, interesting. I think my phone is very off because it will probably say we got like 1,000. So my phone does not accurately track my steps.
It was an
Anyways.
excellent.
Anyway, it was like nice enough, a little bit of walking, but not like unrealistic.
The dog
It wasn't super accessible. Like I feel like downtown Northside Bethlehem is not. It's just like very old.
And most of the restaurants were not wheelchair.
No.
That's a name.
Some
That
had
makes the vibes not great.
some had like a ramp that was probably added after, but like not. I would not say super accessible overall. Financially, I actually think it was a decent deal. It was, I think, a $30 or $35 ticket for 14 soup samples.
That's pretty good.
Like
let's
that's
do
a
math.
few hours of it was also like a few hours of entertainment.
Yeah. We walked around for what, 2 hours?
Yeah.
35 divided by 14 is 250.
Yeah,
250.
a little sample.
$2.50 tasting cup.
And then that doesn't even count. Like you saw, like Bethlehem, you like toured, like saw some things. We had some tastings in different places. So I feel like overall it wasn't financially unreasonable.
And we had a couple bonus tastings as well. You know, we got the
Little
wine at
wine.
Vineyards.
We had
Like
that
the
cough
beer.
syrup.
Yeah.
Mother Washington's cough syrup. We tried every oil.
Martha
and-
Washington drinks lean, by the way.
So let's. Are there any other like general things about this? We would 10 out of 10 do it again.
I definitely
I think
want to
all
go
of
back
us.
to the oil and vinegar.
Oh, we could go tomorrow.
Yeah,
we
gotta
could
do
definitely do that tomorrow. It's like, and
We can't leave
especially if we
without
go by Billy's.
some stuff.
And then we could go to, if we want to go to Clusters or if we want to go to the chocolate shop,
That's
we could
perfect.
grab stuff.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Jenna did figure out what we're doing for breakfast tomorrow. She
No.
figured- What?
What were you doing?
We passed a Waffle House.
Oh, there's
We love it.
That's the other sticking point to us moving to Bethlehem.
They're moving to Bethlehem also, which is really cool.
That Waffle House is a big.
If you don't have a house,
Big
if
selling
you have a
point.
house for us, that would be great.
Or they're just going to live on the
Or a
street train.
job.
Yeah,
Um,
job
A
is a
few
big
things
bonus.
need to happen before we can
I
really
mean,
commit to that.
debatable.
Fair enough.
Do
Okay.
they need to happen?
Well, let's continue.
That'd be
Okay.
preferable.
And no other general things, right?
Nope.
So let's talk about where we started at the edge, which was like the farthest point, and then we just kind of looped through. I've never been to the edge as a restaurant. I've heard about it. I didn't know even where it was. Came out the gate strong
Very strong.
with
Set the
a
tone.
andouille corn chowder. It was really funny hearing other people talk about it because half the people missed that it was an andouille, and they were like, "Oh, the corn chowder," and half the people missed that it was corn, and they were like, "Oh, the andouille chowder." But it was delicious.
It was fantastic. It really was.
And I
was
didn't
shocked.
even think I was gonna love it. Like, I don't know that andouille or like sausage is my cup of tea, but it was
It's a delicious.
delicious.
I was also very surprised. I was pleasantly surprised that it started literally right at the starting line.
Yeah,
Like,
that was nice.
that right off the bat, you just get handed a cup of soup, and it was delicious. It was fantastic. It had
Like,
really great spice to it. Everything was really good about that soup.
like to the point that we were all like gonna give it the highest rating, and we're like, okay, maybe we shouldn't. I mean, you heard they saw that. I guess we don't need to go through all of that. But I think by the end of it,
It's still raining.
yeah, it held high.
It held up.
Should I just say it right now? That was my winner.
That was your
That was
winner.
the winner.
Oh, my winner too.
None of them got above an 8, but that was just because I was trying to keep it.
Yeah, mine was.
I was trying
pretty
to keep things like realistic.
I really was the Paul.
If I went back through and like did it up a little better,
I think Michael was the Simon Cowell.
He might be.
I think that was the
my
funny
highest
thing.
rating was 7.8.
Mine
That's
too.
where I
That's a low rating.
that's kind of what I'm saying. It was my
Actually?
favorite one, and so I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, that's
My
that's
highest
based
rating was
because-
7.6. That's funny. Because I started low. I was scared to give it too high.
That's exactly what it
into
was.
the soups.
I know. So that was great. We moved on then to Tavern at the Sun Inn, which I have also never been to. It's like a really cool inn, museum, distillery, and restaurant.
Yep.
A lot of stuff going on.
And an inn? Is it an active inn still?
And it's old.
I don't think
I
it
got
is. I
nothing.
don't think you can
No,
say
no,
that.
no.
I think
We'll
that's
have,
don't
to edit,
know.
we'll have to edit that part.
We'll find out.
Disclaimer.
We might not find out.
you can
if I'm
stay
being
there if they
honest.
can't kick you out.
They did have bedrooms that were
Squatters'
roped off, and they did sell liquors. They're a
They
distillery.
sold booze.
So we tried some things. I didn't. We tried whiskey.
I tried the whiskey, the barley whiskey, which was fantastic.
I
Fantastic.
tried the Martha Washington Robitussin.
It
Not
is
so
Martha
fantastic.
Washington's original recipe for, what was it called? Cherry juice or cherry bounce or something like that.
It was cherry bound.
Jenna said it tasted like cough syrup. I
I will say, really good cough syrup. Top of the line.
Wait. What does really good cough syrup taste like?
Like Dimetapp.
I've never had good cough
I don't know what Dimetap is, but
I don't
that
know
sounds
either.
like it would be like the pinnacle.
I
of
hate
cough syrup.
anything
It's not that
cherry.
good. Oh.
It's not I'm trying to figure out what she's talking about because it was not that good.
we also tried Boilo.
Oh yeah, boy.
Some of us had Boilo for the first time.
Yep, and that was really good. I don't even know how to describe. It was like spicy apple cider liquor. Wasn't warm, but if it was warm, could have
Traditionally
only
served
gotten
warm.
better. It was really good how it was though.
So that was cool. We tried some liquors. Then we went to Michael's favorite Red Stag pub and whiskey bar.
Yep.
And we had the
I don't know.
It was
Shanagary.
Yeah, that was good. Close.
Shanagary.
I think it is Shanagary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And it was pumpkin with coconut milk and spices. Curry.
Pumpkin
It
or
was
just like
awesome.
some sort of squash?
Yeah.
It was
Like
And it was very.
It was not. I don't think it was pumpkin because pumpkin we had at the tavern at the Sunday.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk
but
about that. That was a pumpkin parsnip
Pumpkin parsnip.
that was
at the
pumpkin
tavern.
parsnip.
It was good. And then
Well, also it was topped with pumpkin seeds. So I'm trying to remember. I
Yeah.
thought it was also.
I think it was butternut
Yeah, it
squash.
was a squash
Oh,
topped with
squash.
pumpkin seeds.
Mhm.
That's what it was, yep.
I do. That was still one of my favorites.
It was
of
very
the day.
curry forward,
Yes.
so it was not my favorite.
It's curry forward, but they again, I think we already said in the review, balanced out very nicely with the coconut milk. That just like cut through it and sweetened it up and wasn't it, you know. I think with like that much curry in it, if it didn't have that, it would have been too much. But it was good.
But they were high contenders. I feel like off the bat,
Yeah.
we were like really like these. They dropped lower, I think, for most of us,
It stayed high.
only
They
because
stayed middle of the pack for
Stayed
me.
high.
Jenna's like everyone got a 10.
No,
They all
I
won.
had my critiques.
They weren't anyone's favorite. We're
No.
top two,
But
right?
they were good.
Oh no, the curry one I think was high for
Was-
The
Sesame.
curry one was pretty
It was
high.
high for me.
The pumpkin one dropped.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fair.
I'd be surprised if anybody voted for that one.
Oh, I need to vote. Then we went to Urbano Mexican Kitchen Bar. They had a chili.
Right. They were there for that, right?
Yes, they
it.
saw this.
Okay.
We liked the chili.
The chili was
It was
fine.
fun.
It's
We
chili.
almost got margaritas. We were tempted, but we didn't.
Chili is chili. Yeah, chili is good. If you make a bad chili, come on. Like, what are you doing? I don't
True.
know. It's just
Very
like,
true.
Like, chili is meat and beans and like
That's fair.
Spices.
yeah,
It's
and
hard to mess up a
spices.
chili.
And, like, yeah,
That's
if you
fair.
mess up a chili, you did something wrong. But that was
I feel like it's
again,
also hard to be exceptional because it's like, yeah, chili. And that's, I think, how we felt about it. I don't know. It's going to be funny talking about this after it's simmered, and then I'm going to edit it and hear what we said when we first had it and see how it
It was
compared.
amazing.
Right.
Yeah, I
Favorite
think we all
soup
said
of
we
the
liked
day.
it. I think we're all like,
We
it's
all
chili.
like
It was
it's
good.
It
Yeah.
was a good chili.
It was a 2-bean chili. Is what was summarized.
Yes, it was.
It was a
2-bean chili.
it was a fine chili.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have their Spice Beast spices.
Mm-hmm.
Shameless plug. Go Bill.
We love you, Bill. We hope we see you soon.
Who's Bill?
The
The
spice,
Spice
beast.
Beast.
Wait, is that the guy that we got at the Trenton Flea Market?
Yeah.
That's
We
hilarious.
saw him again. We love him.
Oh, did he really? That's so funny.
We've
you
ordered
tag
some
him?
other stuff from
Did you
him.
tag him in this?
Does he have a YouTube channel?
Probably.
I don't know. I know he's on Instagram.
Probably. We went to Seasons. The soup was not anyone's favorite.
Olive oil.
It wasn't
vinegar
bad.
Tap room.
It was a carrot soup. That was fine. But the vinegar
Yes, I enjoyed
and
being
olive
in that
oil
place.
was a big hit across the board. It's never been a not hit. I don't think we've ever
Everybody
taken
always
anyone
enjoys
that's
them.
like, that was bad.
Yeah, the soup itself, I think we all described it. It was the soup itself was like meh. It was just a carrot soup. I feel like they
It would have been
they
fine
didn't
on
spice
any
it up.
other
They
day.
didn't really
But
do anything else with it, is what it felt like. But then they added was it oil on the top or whatever.
Harissa.
That harissa oil
And
really
that,
carried it.
yeah, if it didn't have that, it would be so bland.
I would
was
buy,
it intentional?
I would
Had
buy
to
that
be.
harissa oil.
Yeah,
Exactly. Was
I
that
gotta be
what they
honest.
tried? And they say, you know what, we don't care about winning, but we're gonna sell some harissa oil.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Seasons olive oil and vinegar tap room.
yep.
We'll see you tomorrow.
We'll be back tomorrow, right? I was gonna say, I feel bad we didn't loop back around because
But we
wanted
weren't going to
stuff.
spend the night at that point.
I feel like
And
that
now-
might have tipped you a little
And now
bit.
we're just going to live here. So
Now we live in Seasons.
you worked out well. All right. Tapas was my lowest.
Where did we get a tapas again?
The first.
It was tied
potato.
for my lowest.
It was third from the bottom for me.
That was
I had a
tied.
few tied.
That was the
Five
potato,
was like my bottom.
corn potato soup, and it was just
It was not.
flat.
It was not. very
thin.
good.
Needed salt.
Yeah, just not a lot of flavor and
Let's
spice.
talk about the toppings.
They also
Let's
get,
talk about
like-
those toppings.
I don't know if we said this already, but it was cheese, scallions, bacon,
Oh,
and
good.
Tomatoes.
tomato.
We invite all
the
of
options.
those. Yes.
But also tomato.
Then you get to the fresh, cold tomatoes
Had no business.
in a hot soup.
I
That
feel like they were
belongs
trying
nowhere
to
near
do
that.
something with the corn chop, with the corn, and it just didn't. It didn't work.
It didn't work. Sorry,
Didn't
tapas.
work.
Yeah.
Tapas, you done messed up.
But
Yeah.
then we went to
But
Rendezvous
then we went to Rendezvous.
Oh yeah.
and had a deliciously perfect.
I don't even
Was
remember
this
what it's
anyone's
called.
top?
No,
Rendezvous?
it was middle of the
Yeah.
pack for me.
So-
though.
Really?
It was
Ron-
high.
It was up there, but
It was top for a while and then it dropped.
Rendezvous almost won for me.
It was like a pork consomme,
It was
ginger,
outrageously
ginger.
delicious.
Yep.
So much umami.
so much umami.
Porky, salty, just
It
delicious.
actually is my second highest score. When I look like objectively, I didn't rearrange things.
Wow.
It's
Up-
my second highest.
Up until the last one,
Yeah.
which ended up winning for me. Rendezvous was it.
yeah.
Rendezvous was it.
It was delicious.
And we had some delicious beers there.
We did. That was lovely.
Those beers were
Michael's Brewery.
fantastic.
Shout out to Lost Tavern.
Shout out to Lost Tavern. Michael has been recognized, by the way, in the wild as a friend of someone he works with, wife's friend, said to the friend he works with, does someone named Mike work with you? And
He was recognized from this?
yes, and they were like, is his wife Brianna?
Yeah.
Because I follow her. And if that's you, you made his life.
Local,
And he was like, I was
Local
recognized.
celebrity.
I was like, this is hilarious. Hilarious.
How honored I am.
Can we then talk about, though, after Rendezvous, I feel like we took a little break. We needed like a 15-minute little stop from our saunter,
Yeah,
a little
a little
pause.
You know what though? That was number 7. Halfway
Halfway.
through. Great spot for that to be too,
Yeah.
because you're at a tap room.
intermission.
That was a
It's
good
like-
spot
Yeah.
for the tap room. Like, I don't know if the tap room had anything to do with this.
But
But
because I
then,
mean, all these other places like they serve drinks.
we went to Musselman Jewelers.
All of you.
And I wish I didn't go to Musselman.
Guys,
It wasn't bad.
this was a non-profit
I
that
know.
was getting their name out there
Yep.
for the
Good.
good work.
But
that
we did
they
not
for
do.
know that. Like, I wish
Also,
they.
shout out to them for
advert-
having workable pens.
Yeah.
Pens we-
Yeah.
the soup
All
pens
of
we
you
had
are
were
really
trash the entire
But
way.
I wish they
Very
had
good.
their names.
Do we have one of those pens?
Oh, we
Do we have one?
Yeah,
Can we-
yeah.
Like,
can we
I
bring that over?
understand that the
Just,
location
I mean-
was the jewelers, but I wish
yes.
they like
It
said
was like
this is
Bethany
new
Hill,
Bethany.
Yeah.
New Bet, whatever it is.
Shout out
charity.
whoever you are to that
Or
charity that
nonprofit.
made a terrible soup.
It was not a terrible
It
soup.
was
was
just
not
an
a good
It
average
was
soup.
just. It was a good.
If I had that
soup.
soup on a Wednesday night at home, I'd be like,
This was a good soup night.
yes. If it was winning a contest, it wasn't going to happen.
No, it certainly was not going to happen.
Spoon pen.
It is a spoon, but you have to put it closer. People aren't going to be able to see. No, Michael.
It's right here.
Just
Michael!
picture a spoon that comes apart and turns
It's
into
a
a pen.
spoon, and
It's
you're
amazing.
like, and then let me write my notes.
But the pen worked about 30, maybe even less than 30.
I think I'll put this in my purse and keep it with me always because you
Great
never
idea.
know when
You
you're
never
going to
know.
need a pen
Or a
soup.
spoon.
or a spoon.
Yeah.
And so why not have both?
So yeah, that one was my lowest one on the day. I give it a 4.2. It was not excellent.
That was
It
a
didn't-
5. I think
Didn't
I
blow
felt
my
bad.
socks off. Wasn't bad. Like it was not like you said. It wasn't like that was a
I
bad
can't
soup.
eat it.
No.
It just was like
I feel,
comparatively speaking to the other soups.
I feel bad that it went after Rendezvous.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that
Because
also
of
probably had a lot
how-
to do with it.
They caught a bad beat.
Rendezvous packed so much flavor into that
Mm-hmm.
broth.
Yep.
And to have to go after that and serve it out of a cooler,
Yeah.
right? Not yucking anybody's yum, but
Can I also say, I am hard pressed to believe that anyone else on the Soup Saunter is as invested in the analysis of the Soup
That's
Saunter
why this
as
video is
we
gonna
are
go viral.
exposed.
The only video on YouTube.
Bethlehem Soup, historic downtown Bethlehem Soup
But I will
Saunter
say, I think if
conspiracies.
the lentil was after the carrot, it would have
Could've
felt
been
different.
different
Could have been
story.
different. Yeah.
Or after
Absolutely.
the potato
Yeah.
from Tapas, we would have been like, all right, a few average soups.
Yep.
I think it was a comparison thing.
Then
I
we
think
went across the street. 515
Oh,
main sports bar.
Lasagna
they
soup.
came to win.
Yeah.
did.
They
It
Crowd
was.
pleasing.
I think they went for breadth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crowd
Like
pleasing.
we are gonna get as many people as we can with a crowd pleaser.
Yep.
And that lasagna soup.
It was good.
It was good.
It was
It was the first time I've ever had lasagna soup.
Same.
Actually,
Well
Same.
executed.
well executed.
the fresh gut really just did it for me.
It
The
really
what?
did.
Fresh sugar.
Okay, so they saw the review. We went there. That was cool.
Casa de
Casa del Mofongo.
Casa del Mofongo.
I thought that was
I
going to
love
be your
you.
top. I
I
really
love
did.
you. It
Awesome spot. Think if
It was
you've never
there.
had mofongo and you have access to mofongo,
Maybe you should tell the folks what mofongo is.
go try and get some. It is a Puerto Rican, Dominican, like I don't think it's all of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
But like traditional dish that is basically twice fried mashed plantains. So like more delicious potatoes. That is fried, smashed, and then you like can mix in proteins and sauces and different
The
things.
chicharrones that were there
Mhm.
were like
yeah, they looked
this
amazing.
big and like that thick. It looked insane.
I'm
Yes.
surprised that we didn't leave with one.
I
each.
know.
I'm very shocked.
I really
Mhm.
thought about it. I was like, man, this shit looks
Mhm.
crazy. But we'll just go back. We'll just
Yeah,
have to go
and
back.
the
Also,
restaurant-
$3 empanadas.
I was
How
gonna
about
say
it?
the restaurant is like a really cool, almost like Chipotle style, but like
Mhm.
mom and pop shop
Yep.
Dominican food of
Yep.
like pick your base, pick your sauce, pick your protein, also add these extras and like put it all together and pretty affordable. And I
Yeah.
definitely I've had it before. But
Casa
it
del
was very
Mofongo.
good.
I have to tell you, there is one reason and one reason only why you did not win. For mine, anyway.
Oh well,
And it's simply because there were bones in the soup.
but
You're
also
top
that
chefing
was,
it. You're
but
top
that was
chefing
like
it.
fresh.
I get it. I understand.
There were bones in the soup,
There were-
like
yeah.
in the
And
box.
it shows just how authentic your cooking is. But
But
damn
also-
take the bones out.
Yeah.
Take them out.
No, I get it though. I get that. Because when I saw the
Had they
bone
taken
go
the
in
bone
hers,
out?
I was like, that's
Had they taken the bone out,
yeah.
That was the one.
I
maybe?
honestly probably would have picked it.
Wow.
I would have picked it.
Wow.
It was really hard.
The depth of flavor was unreal
So
in the
good.
broth.
Yeah.
So good.
Delicious.
For how many proteins were in there,
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
to be able to
They're all
get
good.
that depth and have
Mhm.
each of them stand out on their own in its own way
Mm-hmm.
was just it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Also,
The bone-
the triple protein that threw me for a loop. I didn't think you could do I didn't think you could do that.
You
You
can
can
do
do
whatever
whatever
you
you
want.
want.
I didn't think you could do that. I
It's
didn't think you
soup,
could go.
baby.
It's soup. You just throw that,
It's
throw that
crazy.
stuff in a pot.
Like,
But it was really good.
yeah.
I have a Ziploc bag in my freezer that I'm throwing in all my veggie scraps to make a vegetable
stop.
stock.
Mhm.
Oh.
How's that gonna turn
You
out?
could
I
do
don't
whatever
know.
you want. There are
Yeah.
no
Soup,
rules.
baby.
to soup.
No
Soup
rules.
is lawless.
Soup.
It is
It's
Wild West.
I think we saw that today. Honestly, we had 14 places and we only had 2 doubles.
Yeah.
Potato. Did we have any other doubles?
Nope, that was
No,
it.
that's
No.
it.
That's like pretty.
Also, we were talking about it. I said I was waiting for somebody to just phone it in with a chicken noodle.
Yeah, I really
I was-
thought there was going to be
I
a Campbell's
thought-
chicken noodle soup. On
I
that.
thought
I
there
don't
was
know
gonna
if
be
that would have been
some-
phoning it in. If you do a really great, like amazing stock,
No,
that's
we're talking. We were talking
I
about
thought it
like
was
just straight out the can.
Yeah,
Campbell's
I thought it was
soup,
really
like-
basic.
I think
chicken noodle.
I think that you might have had like you had to apply for this. I think.
I don't know.
They probably had to submit a recipe at least. at the
Yeah,
very
like
least.
I don't think anyone was playing around.
Franklin Hill Vineyards was next.
And they had the tomato
Chicken basil.
chicken basil and
Yep.
the chicken in there
Mhm.
was
That was
like
cool.
really blew my
Yeah.
mind.
Pleasant
Yeah.
surprise.
Yeah.
Really,
And
really lovely.
gave us a little bit of wine, which was good.
Which
Yep.
everybody
I was
Wine
actually
wine was
surprised.
good.
And she was like, compared it to a Riesling, which is sweet, and I don't usually like Riesling, but I didn't find that to be so sweet.
It paired really well with the soup.
I was gonna
too.
say
was
maybe
really
because
surprised.
of how it was paired, but like
I was really surprised how
Yeah.
well that paired.
It was really lovely.
It
yeah.
was delicious.
It was a great soup.
Shout out. What is it?
Franklin
Martha's
Hill.
Vineyard?
If any of these
Franklin
places
Hill.
would like
Franklin
to
Hill
sponsor
Vineyard.
us, like Casa del Mofongo, Franklin Hill, let us know.
Then we went to
Fegley's.
Literally
was that
same
our-
building. Same building.
It was sausage and pepper soup. Creamy sausage and pepper soup,
Yep.
I believe.
Yes.
And if it had been just sausage and peppers on a roll, I think we would all feel differently
Yeah.
about
I think you're right.
It just-
that
Or if they just
experience.
didn't add the milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like take the milk out of that broth, and I think. Sorry,
You're
I
good.
don't know where that went. Hopefully we didn't get that on camera.
Oh,
we
it's on-
did.
oh, it's on
Oh, we
camera.
did.
All right, cool.
I'm not editing this out. Guys, people are not going to watch us talk about soup for half an hour.
They might. Who knows?
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna have.
Well, we got to get through 2 more here.
Okay, so then we went to Twisted Olive. They were very confident.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were.
Almost
And
too
they
They
had
were
confident.
one-
borderline cocky.
One
Yeah,
previously.
hurt their own score, to be honest. And I love that place.
And it was
It's
a
great
delicious
restaurant.
soup, but I think
It
the
was a good
confidence,
potato. It was a good
confidence.
It
If
was
they
good.
just handed me the soup, I'd have been like, man,
This is a great
this
soup.
is great.
Great
Yeah,
soup.
this is really great. And it might have been still that might have been number 2 for me right there.
Yeah.
But they had a big. They were talking themselves up, and I was like, all right, dial it back. What are we doing?
But then
Then
it ended strong.
steel and steak hibachi. Steak and steel.
I need one of those sweatshirts. I need one. I need one. If you're listening, Steak and Steel, I need a sweatshirt.
I'm gonna tag all these businesses. Who knows?
They're gonna be
I'll tag some of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Steak and Steel.
with the tom
Spicy
yum.
tom yum
Yeah.
with shrimp,
and chicken.
chicken, bell pepper. I mean, they're
lemongrass. I
There's
think
really
the
not
lime
much more to-
kefir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's not much to say about
It
this
was
soup other
perfect.
than it was
It was really
fantastic.
good.
It was a
It was
perfect soup.
It was a dance of flavors.
It was a showstopper.
It was a
It
showstopper.
was
Also,
the-
it was the end, so I feel like in comparison to everything else, it was like, oh,
The 11 o'clock number.
Yeah.
the only
This was
other
the
soup
finale.
that compared with the power of flavor was Rendezvous.
rendezvous.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
those were the two that stood out to me just
Yeah.
because of how big the
depth.
flavor
Mhm.
was. It wasn't even the depth of flavor; it was just the
Big.
It
Mhm.
hit you right in the mouth.
Yeah, it did.
And it was what a soup!
Yeah.
What a
What?
soup!
So
Soup.
then we had a hard decision to make because we had to choose our favorite and vote.
Yep. You got
And-
DNP on the Steak and Steel though.
Did not.
Did not participate.
Yeah, you did a pass.
Yeah,
I did
she
pass.
passed
I don't
on
eat
Due to the
seafood.
strength. That's okay.
That's what it is. But then we voted. Do we want to say you shared yours
that.
already?
Yeah. The Edge one with the,
The Edge
andouille
one
sauce.
for you. Do you want to say top 3? So Edge. Are you prepared for this?
Edge, Steak and Steel was number 2, and then I had a tie between Rendezvous and Twisted Olive.
Okay.
I went Steak and Steel,
Yeah.
Rendezvous close 2nd,
Mm-hmm.
and then Edge and Cafe Del Mofongo in
Tie.
a tie for
Mhm.
3rd. Cafe Del Mofongo, I'm so sorry because that really tugs at my heartstrings that you finished tied for 3rd. I wanted you to be 2nd. Clean it up. Get the bones out of there.
Get the bones out.
You can't strain it. Then what about
Use-
all the
how do
vegetables
you
use
and the
cheesecloth?
chicken?
Jenna's got a shit ton of cheesecloth.
Yeah, but then all the chicken
I'll
and
send you
meat
some.
and stuff.
No, there's got to be a way.
There's a way.
There's got to be a way.
There's a way.
When there's a will,
You can do it. I believe in you.
So
Okay.
my top 3:
Mhm.
Steak and
Tie.
Steel.
10 weight, 14 weight.
14
tie.
weight. 14 weight first place.
13 weight.
Yeah, 13 weight first place. No, my top 3. My Steak and Steel won at 1. 515 Maine with the lasagna.
Uh-huh.
was
We
on
love
the-
the
I
lasagna.
really
It was
did.
good.
It was good.
And then I think the lasagna and rendezvous tied for 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think my 3rd was McCarthy's.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Wow.
curry one, you really like
That was
I
good.
really liked
That was really good.
It
I
was.
really like
That's like an honorable mention, I feel like, across the board.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't top 3, well, your top 3, but I feel like even for you two, we could have honorable mentioned it.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
100%.
Yeah.
And I had a similar, we all had a little bit different. I had the Edge as number 1.
Wow.
I had Rendezvous as number 2. And then I had a 2-way tie for my 3rd spot that was lasagna soup and twisted olive.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
Twisted olive.
I was a little surprised by that, actually.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I think it was the end of the crawl and, like, it was just a hearty soup.
Yeah.
And it was potatoes.
Well,
and the cheese was melty, which
That's
was
true.
It was
Yeah, the
really
cheese
good.
did melt really nice.
it was a great soup.
The bacon was crispy.
I'm
The cheese
surprised
melted.
that I'm like, did
Shout
I
out to the
do
mouthfeel.
that right?
Shout out to
Shout
them.
out to the
It was
mouse.
the mouth-
It was a viscous soup.
It was the mouthfeel.
Viscous. So it has been 32 minutes.
Okay, so we're done. I don't
We
know
gotta
what
wrap
we're
this
gonna do.
up.
I think I'm just gonna put a time marker and be like, if you don't want to hear 34 minutes of soup, just skip ahead.
I'm just
to this time.
recapping our soup.
Because we already talked
Saunter.
about it. Honestly, I'm gonna have to watch when I see all our individual ratings. I might cut those out, or I might cut the first chunk of this out, the middle chunk of this
10
out,
out of
and just do
10.
the beginning and then
Wood
the
soup
end.
again.
Would recommend
Would
Soup
soup
Saunter
again.
again.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Bethlehem.
And they do it more than
see you
once a
next
year, so
We'll see you next year.
we'll
Well,
be back. It might
you know
even
what?
be in the spring.
We'll see you
Fantastic.
this.
We'll see it in the
this
It
spring.
might be a quarterly
I'm
experience.
down.
I don't know.
Wow.
Soup
Maybe the
is-
summer one will be all gazpachos.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Some
And they
cold
do the
soups.
fall chili. I think the fall is the chili, but I'm not sure.
All right.
If you are a ramen shop in Bethlehem or a pho shop in Bethlehem, get in on this.
We
Yeah.
want to
Do
see
it.
your soups.
We want
Do
a
it.
South Side Soup Saunter because there's a fair amount of South Side places that could do a soup saunter.
Yeah.
And that's even
I
another
gotta take
app.
this for my dog because I realize she's been going at this for 34 minutes now.
Okay, so we're going to clean this up maybe. And then Jen and I are going to wind some yarn, collect some things, and then are we going to eat actual dinner?
Yes.
Am I the only one who needs like real solid
No.
solid
I
foods
definitely
today?
need solid.
Okay, so I think we're gonna head to the brewery, maybe check out a little brew tour from assistant brewer, and grab some Peruvian food and knit and just hang out.
I'm not going to knit, don't worry.
You might. You never know. Oh, also I'm wearing my D Street distressed sweater. Isn't it so cute? These like cool distressed detail. You've seen it, but you haven't seen it on. And I'm obsessed. Okay, bye. What is that?
Chorizo asada.
Whoa, I almost just dropped my phone. Oh, yeah. Just got home, and look where we found Tracy. Hi. Hi. Oh my. We're backstage. We're getting ready to go out. Open up our set.
Stop in the basement.
We're ready. Are we ready?
I need my gear.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rock on.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do this.
Started with.
It looks like it's 1:30.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
I probably would have played better if I had glasses on. When I was over there, I was like,
Dude.
I cannot see what I'm
You totally should have
What?
vlogged us playing.
What
Absolute
is my
doofus.
problem? I'm bad at this game.
Michael, what do you think about that set?
What did I think about it? It was fucking electric.
I will say the chemistry of the band was unparalleled.
It was unparalleled, unmatched.
The chemistry
That
of
was
the
pretty
band.
tight. I think the set was fine.
The set was fantastic.
I think there were some things we did wrong. We could talk about arrangement later.
Yeah.
I think we started with our closer and we closed with our starter.
It is what it is.
But here we are.
I wouldn't change a thing. I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
Okay. Well,
Good night, Bethlehem.
maybe next time.
Good night, Bethlehem.
Good night,
We
Bethlehem.
came. We souped. We sauntered.
Farted.
We cheated.
And repeat a little bit.
Yeah.